long story short, is this went on up until the point where I finally snapped. I snapped. And it wasn't just because of that, because I found out that my partner was cheating me. But I brought that thing because I kept doing this over and over. You think that you would like stop? I mean, I'm putting in my pocket $2,000-3,000 a week, straight out cash, like just in my pocket. And I'm like, whoa, 100. And then I started saying to myself, well, I remember when I did 10,000 in a month. I wonder if I could do 10,000 in a day. You guys all have the entrepreneurial spirit in you, okay? If you haven't heard me preach, I'm going to tell you my preach, okay? You all have the entrepreneurial spirit in you. It's a blessing and it's a curse. It's a curse. I'm telling you, it's a curse. You have it because we all came to this earth. Whether you think that some magical guy in the sky put you here or we came from animals, it doesn't matter. The point is moot. It's irrelevant. We were here and we were naked and we had to be entrepreneurial to survive. The entrepreneurial spirit is in every single human being. And it's a blessing and a curse because you're watching a lot of this entrepreneurial stuff online not online, but in the media. Everyone's greedy. And that's what the entrepreneurial deep inside is. There's a hint of greed. Why? Because it's all about gaining more. That entrepreneurial, just more. So I really caution you now to be careful. You know, I went up, you think that I was making $250,000 a month, $250,000 a month, and I couldn't be satisfied. Okay? Like, it's going to happen to you. So I'm asking you guys to write that number down now because I'm asking you to be small. Like, right now I see 4,000, 5,000, 10,000. When you hit that, I want you to feel that moment today. I want you to feel it and be like, I remember that day that I wrote this down. And I remember that story Aaron told me about, okay? And it may not be strong in you right now, but that entrepreneurial spirit will come up and sneak up on you and it will destroy you. It'll destroy you. And that's why I keep telling everybody, know your number. Know your number. And I'm going to tell you right now, you guys want to know what all your numbers should be? Okay? And I'm not saying this one right now where I'm telling you what you to do right now. I want you to do this exercise. But after you get rolling, you get going, your number should be 25,000. That is a number that anybody in this world can live with comfortably per month. That is the number that you ultimately want to go. Not $1 million a month, not $100,000 a month. It's 25,000 a month, okay? It's very tough to achieve that, okay? It's going to take time, but I've done it, and I've done it consistently for the past couple of years on my own. So I want you to know that I'm living proof that it's possible. And I'm going to be able to show you that it's possible. Okay, I'm going to be able to show you that possible. And I know you're going to be like, well, what the hell is he talking about? That's only 5 clients. It's only 5 clients. Actually, I was doing it with 4. Because I get 7,000 from one client alone. Okay? And again, this was because I picked bigger clients. Okay, bigger clients. So the reason I tell you this, and let me put this in perspective for you guys, okay? Because I want you to take down a degree of it, okay? 25,000, 5,000 a month. Any of you guys own a home right now? 5,000 a month will get you a palatial estate. Okay? Now we're down to 20,000. 5,000 more will get you 2 very, really fancy cars. Get yourself a Bentley, get a Lamborghini. So now I'm down at 15,000. See how I'm reducing it, right? 5,000 a month would fill your home with tons of food and would allow you to go out 2-3 times a week with your spouse and your family to eat at nice places. Nice places. That's $1,250 a week in food, okay? So now we're down to 10,000, okay? Now that 10,000, let's just say that you blow 5,000 a month on just sweet tots. Oh, shit, hold on a minute. Don't want to lose those ones that just went flying, but you spend it on whatever you want, okay? That means you still have 5,000 a month to put away in bank like you've never seen it before. You get what I'm saying? 5,000. 5,000 out of 25, right? What is that? That's a fifth, right? Is that a fifth? 5 times 5. That's a fifth. That's a fifth of your money. You know, most people can't save a fifth of their money. But you see how easy it would be? That's why that number is really what the bar number you should be setting for yourself, like once you get rolling. Don't get caught up in this bullshit hype of all these people saying, oh, $1 million, make $1 million. It's not true, okay? And I'm going to tell you that most of these gurus out there, I know because now I'm all friends with them all. I'm friends with them all, and they have no idea. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know where I came from. They just thought I was some idiot. But little they know is I was going to figure out all their bullshit. All their bullshit, okay? I played dumb for a little while to figure them all out. And let me tell you some of them. Most of them, they don't make that type of money. They don't. That's why I was paying for effing houses. That's why I was flooding all the bills for all these schmucks, okay? Because they don't make that money. What they do is they create a course, and then they have to sell you on it. So, anyways, we're on a little tangent, but anyways, let's continue with this. I want to see. We've got David, 4, Adam, 5, Chiquita, 10. What else we
Shane,
got?
5.
Where was it?
Shane, 5.
Shane's at 5, huh?
Yeah.
Awfully impressive, you little kiddo.
I know. He's not playing.
Then, guys, last night I wrote out 5, but I was like, you know what? If I'm saying numbers in the car, let's just go with 10. I was like, why not?
5 it is. I'll let you do 5. That's fine.
Any up? Let's do 5.
Tina, what you got? Tina 7. Tina 7. Okay.
Well, let me ante up to 5.
What is that? Clint
Let
5.
me ante up.
Clint 5.
You
Okay.
can do it. I can do it. Let's do this.
Dre, what's up? Dre, show me some fingers. What's up?
I'm 23 with no kids. I don't care for anything.
I'm going to give you 3K, okay?
Yeah, I'm 5K US, so I'm going for 7. So that's 7,000 New Zealand.
Okay, who are we missing? Alan.
Yeah, Alan?
Alan, what would make your day?
No, I'm going to go with 4K.
Okay, good. Okay. Gotcha.
What about Sue?
Me too.
She's,
4K.
What was Sue?
4K.
Sue's at 4. Okay.
4. Yep, I'm good with 4.
Anita?
Hang on. She likes to type. Where is she?
Anita? Did she put something
Anita
on?
usually types in. Hang on.
No.
Okay.
SD?
Anybody?
5K for
Okay,
SD.
got it. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So anyways, it's just a little exercise, guys. I want you to think about that, okay? And I'm going to tell you, to be very real with you, that it's not going to happen overnight. For some of you, it may happen sooner than you think. And for others of you, it might happen a little bit longer than you think, okay? But what I want you to start thinking about is that when you do eventually hit that number, okay, just remember this conversation we had. Remember this this day about that thing, okay? Because what I'm about to do is I'm trying to transition as much as I can full time here and enable certain people. Like I work a lot with George and I work a lot with a couple other people, and I'm trying to just give them everything I got so that they can spread it out to you guys. You know what I mean? And so that's kind of what the goal of this little group is going to be. I'm pretty sure I think that George told you, or we told you in the beginning, I don't know if we got distracted, that you guys all know in the Insultanto group, I launched this thing called the Fast Start. What we're doing is we're going to combine. Okay, we're going to combine and kind of double our efforts. Like 1 and 1 make 3, synergy. And so that's kind of where we're going with this. I really want to stay focused on the technical part. If I can stay focused on the technical part, because I can jump in and fix things like this. I've got so many cool tricks to show you what's possible that you guys don't even know yet. And then George is going to be behind you with the motivation, the encouragement, pushing you guys and stuff like that. So hopefully that makes sense, and that's what I got for today.
All right, cool. So you guys all got your goals, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm super excited. Like I said, man, it's awesome to have you guys here as support and everybody here in this team, man. So
Good.
It's going to get bigger. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to take a few minutes to go make a form on my Infusionsoft, and I'm going to have people sign up. Okay, sign up. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off by the end of this week, what I'm trying to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the membership site for you guys, okay? I'm going to open it all up, and we're going to start dropping stuff into the group. And what it allows us to do is to track stuff, okay? Allows us to track stuff. And what I'm going to do with all the people in the bigger group is I'm going to say, okay, whoever wants to join, you're welcome to join. But because this is like the first group, and I'm literally going to be here personally, devoting my attention to take you guys on one-on-one, whatever I need to do to help you, I'm going to impose some rules. And just like I said in the Facebook group, those people that don't like participate, like if I understand that some people can't make the meetings, but if you don't go and like watch the video that we asked to watch or do the homework, I'm going to kick them out. And because I'm not going to broadcast it live. We're going to do it like this. We're going to do it like this, Zoom. And I fully understand that you guys will miss days. I get it. Life happens. And but just make sure that we'll record the videos and you go in and watch them, okay? So I think what we'll do is that to really make it work, George, I think one of the things that we should do is drop certain things, certain points through the meeting.
Right.
So you'll know that, oh, you know, what is that thing that we, you know, something like that. And the only way you would know is if you actually watched it. You couldn't skim through it. You know what I mean?
Right. We're
I
gonna
mean, you can
salt
watch
the
them at
video.
double speed like I do.
Yeah. We'll salt the video and maybe we'll put a secret message in there. You have to come up with that the next day. And nobody
It's not you guys that I think I have a concern about because of already what George has been telling me and what I'm already seeing tonight. And it, like, you guys are like dedicated. It's that I tried to run this several times. You see this in the Instantanto group, and people just kind of like, oh, I'm excited, but then things come up and then they fall off. And so I really want to dedicate and take this group to getting you guys to at least your first 3K. You know, that's kind of the goal, is get you to first 3K. And the way that I want to do this is just what George said, is we want to focus on getting a website, okay, a website. And that'll grab, you know, like $200. It could grab 300. It could grab 400. It could grab 500 from anybody. So the next training that I want to do, like where I'm going to train, mine is going to be working on your guys' agency sites. Okay, and it's not going to work on your site, but what I want to do is I want to make like a portfolio page with you guys.
Oh, sweet.
And I want to make a portfolio page so you have a portfolio on your website. So when someone's like, you want to do my website? Well, let me see something you've done. You know, that's what they say to you. They're like, yeah, no problem. Great, go here. And so you'll just be able to send them to them, and they'll be able to see, like, you know, maybe like six or seven sites, maybe 9. We'll do a 3x3 or something, and they'll be able to see like 3 sites. So
That'd be huge, man. That's
great.
that's awesome. Wow.
yeah. And so what I'm setting up to do is I've finally been able to crack something that I knew was possible. I just didn't know how to figure it out. And so I did it on Monday, which is, yesterday. I don't even know what time it is. I did it yesterday. I did it on Monday because I didn't do any, I didn't watch any, I didn't get on social media till like the afternoon. I just spent it for my own time. Is that I found a way for me to go and build stuff and then to put them into, I think I've already alluded to this. I can go put them into that thing now. So I just had to find a little way around something. And I found my way around it. So hopefully it'll be, you know, better for people to like kind of take the templates. But I want to go through exercises and go through building a little bit because it really is the core thing. And then the second core thing, which it's not going to be available. Again, I hate to tell you this for like 2 more weeks, just because I'm building an app for it, is the social media portion of Instantanto. That social media thing is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm building a Chrome plugin. So you can literally just be on the internet and just go bloop, 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 bloop. You just press a button. It sucks the whole thing into your platform, and then it just goes out. Like, it just goes out. So that's really going to be a way in for you guys to get somebody to be like, yeah, they want to touch a website. Just be like, hey, dude, let me do a couple posts for you, you know? And we'll just hook it up so that it's all automated. You'll see. It's pretty cool.
Cool. Okay, so I think to kick all this stuff off, since all you guys, I know you guys are raring to go, and that's what we want to do. We want to get you guys to get your first site. You guys got to get your first site. You know, whatever it is, or if you're in the middle of one right now, move that along. You know, we got to get some money coming in here with you guys. Aaron and I, in the morning, we got a meeting, so we're going to come up with, you know, a nice little outline and stuff, and then how we're going to, you know, run the workshops and the programs for everybody. I know we ran a little long tonight. So does anybody have any questions about anything? Is everybody kind of clear where we're going with all this right now? It's kind of what all this kind of turned into.
I mean, how long are we planning on making this program or this group? I mean, is there kind of like a goal we're trying to hit here for most of us?
Now we're going to go 3 weeks. So, I mean, that's what the whole thing is. You know, Aaron and I were talking about this probably, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So it just kind of came to fruition. And that's, I think, whoever above has got his plan ready, and we just kind of go with it. You know, I've got, you know, from Aaron's story, I want to reiterate that because I don't know about some of the rest of you, but I have been in his shoes. As far as you guys know my story, you know, I've been an entrepreneur. I've seen all those numbers that he's talking about, and it's so true. I can't reiterate that enough. I can't back him up enough on that once you start reaching these certain levels, and it all starts with a little, and then you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Just keep cognizant of that, and then, you know, value your time, value what you're doing, and make sure as you're building this, you have your goals. And then when you get there, if that's where you're comfortable, that's where you're comfortable. Like he said, you don't need to make $1 million a month.
Here, let me drive this point home. This is like where you like when you find the pain point of somebody and you like really drive it home on them. Okay. How many people have been in this, been on Facebook, been on Facebook for over 2 years, been on Facebook over 2 years.
Yeah.
How many people have been doing the digital marketing thing for over a year?
I've been learning about it for like a good year now. Mainly just.
Where's this? How long for a year? Okay. Right. Okay. So like, hold on. I just lost you guys. So what the point that I'm trying to say here is think about it for a minute. Okay. Think back to 1 year ago. Where were you? What were you doing? And what were your beliefs? And I can tell you right now that your beliefs were probably, I'm going to be a millionaire pretty soon. This digital marketing game is about to break for me. I'm so close. I'm just only about a month away. I'm so close. It's happening. I can feel it. It's happening. And that was 1 year ago. 1 year ago. And now here you are, like, you wake up and you're like, fuck, what happened? Where did the year go? And so this is the point that I want to drive home, is that it's not going to happen overnight. I'm telling you, it's not. It will not happen overnight. And the point I want to tell you is that don't forget about yourself, okay? Don't forget about yourself, that you don't wake up 1 year from now and be like, what the hell did I just do? What did I accomplish? And that's why I want to set a very small goal, a very small, reasonable goal, so that you feel accomplished. Because right now, I just told you to give me a number where it would take away a lot of pain. It would take away a lot of pain. But it's reasonable. It's reasonable, okay? So that as we start working towards that, you start to feel that, you know, okay, great. The last 2 months, what did I do? Okay, I've worked on it. I only got 1,000 out of that 4,000 that I told myself I need. But at least you can show progress to yourself. You know what I mean? And so that's like what I want to do here. That's like a major point here that I want to kind of do. You know, I've been living my life in the past 3 years. It's been so wonderful, all this stuff. I made the same mistake. And the reason I'm probably preaching this so now, I did the post with my daughter and all this stuff, because it just happened to me again. It just happened to me again, and it will happen to you. And it does. But just be cognizant of it, okay? Because, like, you guys, if you've been following me for, like, the last 4 or 5 months, like, you know, I've been in fucking Canada. I've been in Miami. I've been in, you know, New York, New Jersey, all this. I'm all around all these other places, you know what I'm saying? And literally, I started to, like, become that person again where I'm telling my daughter's mother, oh, sorry, I can't take her this weekend. Oh, sorry, I can't do this again. Oh, I can't pick her up for this day. Oh, I'm gone. And I kind of made excuses, and I let my own self down. And, you know, I looked at myself, and then, you know, I started forming relationships with people that I really didn't respect. I thought like I needed them to like get somewhere or do something. And literally, to be honest with you, I really didn't respect them at all. And I couldn't do what, you know, they were kind of doing. I found a lot of great people that I respect, and let me tell you, I have. But I kind of lost myself again, and it was happening. And so I just want you guys to keep that cognizant, because what we're doing right now is awesome. I really feel it starting to really take off. I'm watching. Look at the guy today. Who was it? You see that guy today?
Steven?
Huh?
Steven? Tyler?
Whoever it was, like he literally made a website on his computer. Like, I don't think he has any background. I don't really know. He brought it down to the business owner, and he walked away with a $1,000 check.
Mm-hmm.
The business owner is going to give him $2,500 plus all this other stuff. Like, it's happening. It's happening. And I believe that it's going to happen really, really quick for a lot of people. And that's why I just want to tell you that I just want you guys to remember this moment that, remember what it's like when it was hard. You know what I mean? Because it's going to start picking up. I really firmly believe that. I'm seeing a lot of people come into this group, a lot of people that want to help, and a lot of support. Because what you're going to need is support. You're going to need support. You know what I mean? It's going to need support. And anyways, I'm just going to tell you that you're going to need support. It's very tough. It's very hard to be in this entrepreneurial world alone. And, just sometimes I used to pick you up. So, all right. I can go on forever. I'm going to end there for me. And then you'll probably see me live in a couple of hours in the Insutanto group. If any of you guys are Nighthawks, or if you're on a different time zone, it'll be easy for you. I just got to do a couple of things myself.
Appreciate it.
Aaron.
All right.
Aaron,
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Just put 10 cents in the machine, please.
Okay, all right.
10 cents in the machine per question.
Actually, I got Pius Walter. Does that work for you?
Okay, I'll take a deposit.
All right, cool. So, I just last night I was like, I'll show you. I mean, I just took my yellow pad, right? Kind of
Yep.
like George, and these are all businesses, right? Like that I found with crappy websites and unclaimed listings and paying for yellow pages ads and stuff, like you talk about. Now, my biggest question.
How did you find him?
I was scrolling on Google Maps a lot. Like I type in like.
Okay, so everybody watch what's going to happen because you're not going to like my answer. Go.
Okay, so I was doing that. Earlier I was using a prospecting tool, but I didn't really like it because it wasn't as targeted. I wasn't like finding bad prospects really. So anyways, I was just having fun with it, just like writing them down and stuff instead of putting them in an Excel and all that. And I kind of was just like trying to figure out how could I go to these guys and at least command like a $500 website or a $250 website without really like stepping on their toes and being like, hey, you have an ugly website or something like that. Like, how could I go in there and be like,
okay, cool. Yep. So the answer is that you give them a call.
Yeah.
Can you call? Because I think you're in another country, aren't you?
Oh, I'm back in the U.S. I can call. Yeah. I'm comfortable calling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then just give them a call.
And just say what, like, hey.
Wait, let me tell you something. That phone, let me tell you something. I was a broker. A lot of people know a lot of my background. I don't really talk a lot about it. But I was a broker on Wall Street. I did the whole financial thing. That's why I went off to law school and all this crazy shit. And I was going to be a big money manager. I wanted to be. I had all these hopes and dreams, just like everyone else did.
Yeah.
And the phone is going to be your most powerful tool. Most powerful tool. Face-to-face is the most powerful. But the phone can get you connected on a very personal level with people, and more people, it's more efficient. And so right now, that is the way to go, is you pick up the phone and just call it. And for you, if anybody is afraid of the phone, all you've got to do is be like, hey, I was scrolling through on Yellow Pages. I saw your website. I noticed that's a little bit old. Is anybody helping you manage that currently? Hi, my name is Katina, and I have a online, a web, whatever you want to call yourself, or a web management business. I have a web design agency. I have an online marketing company that's local here in your area. I understand the people of Tallahassee, Florida. You bond with them immediately, and they're gonna be like, oh, cool. Or they're gonna tell you this. They're gonna say, get off the phone. Big what? They tell you to go F yourself. I don't care. They can tell you to go pound sand. They could be very plain. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Go. Fine. It doesn't matter. Okay? Because what you just did is a big waste of time. I'm just going to tell you right now that it's a big waste of time. Okay? Literally, get in front of that computer like at 8 o'clock in the morning and just pick up the phone. When you see a website, just smile them. Just dial them right away. And just dial them. Just dial them. Like, I'm telling you, I have the video. I have the video. Dre was around for it. Dre was around back in the day. Dre, you remember that kid from Mexico? What was that kid? You remember that kid from Mexico I hired?
Yeah.
The kid that did sales training, remember?
Yeah.
He didn't work out. When I first started this, Shane, Dre's been with me since like day one. And I hired this guy who came in and did sales, and he's on the phone. He's trying to do all this snappy stuff. And I said, dude, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Literally, I said, dude, I will just pick a category on the elevator. I'll just pick one. And I'm just going to call and be like, hey, I'm Aaron from Small Business Deacon. I serve, I manage websites. I do, what was it? We were doing website makeovers, right? So that's what I was saying. I was like, hey, I do website makeovers. I'm local to the area. I was just wondering who managed your website. Or I think what I was saying in the video was, do you need help with your website? Literally, it was that simple. Hey, this is Aaron from Small Business Deacon. I found you in the elevators. I was just wondering if you needed help with your website. And I literally, Dre, I was going through and I called, and I think like on the third or the fourth time, some dude just goes, oh shit, I hate that thing, that website. Yeah, I could really use help. Great. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're doing is efforts that's, it's basically, wow, I definitely just took a chunk out of my hand when I did that. Look at that. My Mac is sharp. I better not do that again. But literally, it's making you feel productive.
Yeah.
Like you feel productive about it. Like you do. You're like, all right, good, I accomplished something today. But you really didn't, okay? You really didn't. I would rather you tell me that you got like 10 no's. Like, hey, I made 5 phone calls, and literally the secretaries all told me to pound sand. I would tell you that is a much more productive day than actually just going through and writing down who you can approach, the stuff that you can approach.
Yeah.
Literally, I can tell you right now, here's what I can tell you, okay? Sorry guys, hold on one second. This thing is like stuck. Okay, so I remember when I got the opportunity to get out of my parents' basement. You notice I lost it all. I mean, I did. I mean, I talked a lot about how I had all this stuff. I lost it all. It's not bullshit, my story. I lost it all, okay? I lost it all. And I remember that I had an opportunity. That guy who gave me an opportunity, he was the guy who gave me the blessed hat. At first, I was an intern. And so I interned for him to have a co-working membership. I couldn't afford to get the co-working membership, so he said, you can intern for me and work it off. And I was like, shit, I'll intern you for anything anyways, just because I knew who he was. But anyways, he eventually gave me an office. And so I had to come up with money. And so I knew that it's just a numbers game. I was taught by one of the best in the game, this guy named Patrick McCarron. He was a Merrill Lynch Wall Street broker. And he said, listen, he brought me in under his wing when I was in the financial world. He says, here's the telephone book. Just start dialing. He says, if you make 100 calls a day, he's like, I'll pay you $800 a week. And I was like, hell yes. All I have to do is just make 800 calls. 500 calls, 100 calls a day. That's all I had to do. He goes, yeah, that's it. You just make 500 calls. Make 100 calls a day. 100 calls a day. And he says, I'll pay you that. And I was like, shit, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, you know what happened?
What?
By me just doing it, all of a sudden, people are like, yeah, sure, come on by. Yeah, sure, come on by. Yeah, sure, come on by. Like, it's a numbers game. Eventually, you're going to get somebody that's going to say yes to you, and you're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the most efficient. It's not the best way. But it's a way to start. It's a way to start because you, like George is telling you, you guys just need to get one. You just need to, like, not act as if. You need to be as we actually doing it. And so the moment you get your first client is when it's going to get serious. It's going to get serious.
You're saying it's better to just kind of like pick a niche and just call everybody, even if like don't even look at their website, instead of like find people who like need help. Or
where are you, buddy? Where are you? Tell me where you're at. What city?
I'm in Arlington Heights,
Arlington Heights. That helps me a lot. Arlington Heights what?
Illinois. My bad.
Arlington
Heights, Illinois.
Heights, Illinois. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So here's where I would start right now. Okay.
Favors again.
I already.
Damn
That was
favors.
last night. Everything I showed you was for favors, except it's on
Okay,
Google.
so right off the bat, these three people, you guys understand this? They're paying for this ad, right?
Yeah.
So this guy is paying for this ad. This dude's paying for this, okay? This dude's paying for this. These are just an image. So already we know that this is definitely dated. I mean, this guy says 2018, but that's probably not what it is. Literally, I'll be right here and just call them up and literally just say, there's their phone number, okay? He was established in 1984. His website was built in 1984. Dude, seriously, take a look at that picture. Does that not look like it was 1984? And just ask him, say, hey, listen, hey, this is Shane. I work with local business in the areas, just helping them do a website makeover. Okay, I'm just doing website makeovers to make it modern and professional. This way it works on mobile phones and all these devices. Because let's see. Oh, it looks like this one does a little bit. This definitely does work there. Be like, do you have anybody handling your website right now? Do you have anybody updating it? There's your first call. There's your first call. Okay, real simple. There's another one. Let's just go over here. API super pages. Look at this guy. Okay, ready? Ring, 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 ring. Hey, can I talk with someone who handles your website? Screw you. No, wait. You know what I mean? Like the gatekeeper. No, we don't want any. No, hold on. Your website's in trouble. Okay, look, I just want to tell you, I'm Shane. I live right in the area, and I happen to be going through the yellow pages, and I just want to let you know that, the link is broken. Have you seen it? Are you the one that handles this? I just want to let you know. Like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? You guys can just keep paying for your yellow page ad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess, because it just comes to me because I've been doing it for a while, but I didn't just, learn it. Listen, Shane, all I did is I call up and I talk to people, as a friend, okay? Like, you just talk to them and say, listen, hey, I noticed this was wrong on your website. The guy's probably like, yeah, friggin' thing, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we got sold a bill of goods by the yellow pages. We really bought it through super pages. Like, no shit, buddy. It says that. I understand that. I get it. I get it. You probably bought it through the super pages, and the guy from Yellow Pages called you up, and he told you got this many searches and all this, right? Like, you just be friends with people. Help them. Because every other person's calling up, hey, I want to buy something. All right, so here's this one right here. Another one. 2 for 2. Are you kidding me? I'm 2 for 2, dude. You guys not see Shane, dude. Shane, all right, George, write this down for him or whatever. We're gonna hold him accountable.
Right here. I got my
Shane,
stuff.
you are gonna call both of these people in the morning, okay?
Okay.
And you need to call at about 6:55
a.m.
That's right, because these papers they start at 7.
Okay.
You call 6:55 a.m. He's right. There's 2 of them. I just got 2.
What's the third one? Sunnyside? Is that what it said? That's another one right
Here's
there.
another one right here.
I think I have that one on my list right here already.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Just call them, Shane. Okay.
Okay, I will.
All right. So that's the point. And literally, guys, you just go down there and just be like, hey, this is Katina. I'm from the local Seaside Heights, and I've been helping small business owners, with their websites. You have anybody helping you with your website? And you'll find out. And literally, don't try to argue with people. Don't try to sell them on the phone. Take the easy win. Just find the easy win. That's it. Just keep calling on the phone and just find the guy who says, oh, yeah, all right, cool, come on down. You know what I'm saying? Like, do those first. Work on that first, and then you can start working on your Grant Cardone, how to flip somebody when they say no to you 1,000 times. How to become a millionaire overnight. Grant Cardone is going to give you the closing technique of all the closing techniques. Don't try to do that right now. Don't. Just call up and just be like, listen, real simple. All right, we've gone over half an hour, probably a little bit too much, bro.
Yeah, we went over a lot of stuff. Look, guys, he kind of, my brother, so I love him, so I let him take over a little bit.
Here's what I'll do. If you want to continue this, I'll continue it at 10:30 in the Insurtanto group because this is information for all you guys.
Okay. I'll be there then, so that'd be 9:30.
All right, I'll do that. I have to go take care of a couple things. I'm gonna jump out. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So that's everybody's buddy. It's all good. So we're going to be joining forces, obviously. Now, what he was talking about is the exact same thing that I'm doing, but there's multiple places that you can do these same techniques at. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be some, Wolf of Wall Street closer. Just call these people, and just like you said, you're just going to offer your help. You know what I mean? I saw your website, blah, blah, blah. You just, this is what you do. You do website makeovers. You're right here in the community. You notice that, this is wrong or it looks a little bit dated. Is that something maybe I could talk to you or somebody there? Very simple, very short, very sweet. You guys saw some of my cold calls. I can do some more of those if you guys want. If you want some more practice, if some of you aren't comfortable being on the phone, we can get into that. I just need to know what you guys need. You know what I mean? I can do all this. Aaron could do all this to the day's sun, but I need to know what you guys are having these blocks and what's stopping you from getting that first deal or continuing through the one that you got, or, like some of you are saying that I have something, but I can't do the proposal, or I'm a little confused on this or on that. That's fine. That's what we're here for. PM me, put it in the group, whatever you want to do. Let me know so I can help you. Otherwise, I can't do anything about it. So I want to give you guys a few things real quick, just something to think about tomorrow. So it's not, I know we focused on, a few other different things. Aaron and I are going to get together in the morning so you guys know, and we're going to create a more in-depth, intense plan of attack where we split everything. And I'm going to be doing part, he's going to be doing part. This way we're not stepping on each other's toes and stuff like that. So he can be creative. I can get down to the nitty gritty, like with you, Shane. You know what I mean? You have some great questions, and he's telling you pretty much the same thing I would have told you anyway. So it's great. Yeah. So use that. They do work. I'm doing the same exact things. That's how I go out here and get these $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 checks. I got 2 meetings set up tomorrow. I'll try to do a live on those. I'm sure I'm going to get one. So I do that, but I want you guys to do this. Okay, it's not about me. It's all about you guys. Now, a few other things I want to add to the yellow pages, and then I'm going to update you guys a little bit more tomorrow after Aaron and I have our meeting. And then, maybe we'll do another one tomorrow night. We'll do some split classes, part with him and then part with me, or, vice versa. We'll figure it out, and I'll try to revolve there around all you guys' schedules. A few other things as far as your lead generation, because that's the first thing. Is everybody here? I want to hear from everybody. Is everybody here to the point where you're ready to start selling and get somebody to sign a contract? Is anybody here not ready? How about that?
I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't be ready. I think the biggest thing would just be making sure our prices are solid so that we're confident what we're pricing. We're not charging arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm. Alan,
I did. That was my mistake.
Can I say something too?
Okay, continue. Yeah.
So it's funny because I had never done a chat bot, and I think I probably worked on that thing for probably 3 days. And at first, I kept saying I felt really bad that I charged like $400 for this bot. Man, after all the time I put into that damn thing, I should have charged $1,000. It took me so long to connect everything.
But it gets easier.
And I'm sure it does. I was in ManyChat, and I was really trying to make this whole thing, go to Zapier and then go to Google Sheets and ActiveCampaign. I had all kind of stuff going on. Anyway, I'm just saying, so when I think that I'm charging too much, I start to realize, wait a minute, no, that actually wasn't bad, because you realize how much time you really do stuff. It's just that we start to become good at it. And so why not be paid for the knowledge? And I'm not saying going over and above, but I just want to put that out there. Oh, and last thing that I wanted to mention is there anybody, because the last couple of clients that I've landed this month were because of videos that I did. So I did some videos and dropped them into
Loom.
DM, PM, whatever, Facebook and Instagram. And I got some calls, which resulted in meetings and resulted in signing on. So.
Well, that brings up a good point. I want to add on to what she said. That's another technique, too, that works really good. You guys are familiar with Loom, right? You guys all heard about it. Aaron talked about it before. I don't use Loom, but I use another one that's like that. You know, it's more of a paid program that I bought. Does essentially the same thing. So another thing you could do is say, like, I got my notes over here on my other screen, like Facebook. You go on Facebook and you look at the top, and then you start searching your niches just like Aaron just did, okay, in the yellow pages. If you do that and then you localize that, okay, you put around your city, your area. And then what I would do is you find those clients and you go make them a 30-second video or something, run a Loom real quick, go through their website, go through their Facebook page, show them, tell them what's wrong. Even go to their competitors, have that up on another screen, like you picture I'm sharing the screens right now, show them all this stuff and how you can help them, benefit them. And then send that to their email address. That'll get some traction. Videos are 3-dimensional. I mean, those really, really do work. So it's just, you know, another tip for you guys. The other thing I do is the same thing, but going through the mailbox. You guys, I don't know if you guys have used that or done that. Groupon. You guys could go on Groupon. Craigslist. I got a few of them off Craigslist this week, and I check back there once a month. Not a lot there, but there was a few of them, and those are 2 meetings I got tomorrow. I can't stress enough about the Chamber of Commerce, the BNI groups, meetup, meetup.com, meetup groups. Okay, all those. Find some in your community. See, the whole thing that makes all of this stuff work is just like Aaron was saying a little bit ago. You have to get out and meet these people. So your phone is your best friend. You're not trying to be a Facebook guru ads expert to try to acquire these clients. That's not going to work. That's not how this thing is going to function. You know, you guys are going after local business clients. You've got to keep that in your mind. Don't worry about all the other big stuff. And your first goal is just to get one client. I don't care if it's $200, $300, $400, $500. You get that. Psychologically, it's going to do something. And that's what I need. I need you guys to have that psychological effect happen. This way it clicks in your brain. And you do that. Like you said, you get to this one goal, then you get to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. But it's all about building these relationships. When I started my other company years ago, my security company, I literally got out and walked around the street and wore out 2 pair of shoes. That's not the easiest. That's not the prettiest thing. That's why he was saying your next best thing is the phone. So you got to get familiar with, you know, being on the phone and prospecting. Again, when I am doing my prospecting and stuff, I don't have any of my stuff here, but like those mailers, I'll literally go through them. I have a marker, I have a pen, I got a pad over here. I'll go through it. I'll look at the website real quick. I'll look at their Facebook real quick. If it's bad, I call them right then. I'm not necessarily going to write like a whole list, although this is not a bad idea, I don't think, altogether. As long as you can do it pretty quick and concise and you're in there in the morning, you're in that mode, and then you get on the phone and start cracking away at it. So, yeah, I was saying I got my notes over here. While you guys are doing that, always have your computer open up so you can look at it. If you do get them on the phone, you never know. They might start asking you questions. Not real likely. The only thing you want to do is you're not trying to sell them on the phone. You're just trying to get a meeting. You're just trying to help them with the website. That's it. You're not trying to do anything else. And then we want to get into our, you know, discovery meetings and all that kind of stuff, and proposals and what to do after that, how to set them up, and all these kind of things. So anybody got any questions right now? I know we're running almost 2 hours now, whatever. Anybody have any questions? We'll kind of pick up some more of this stuff tomorrow. Aaron and I put up the Valpak. Yep, that's very good, Alan. Put up the Valpak. Those work very well, too. All these coupon books, all these little things, I get them all the time, and they work. It's not complicated. I'm not doing something any different to what either Aaron's telling you guys or I'm telling you guys, but you got to get on the phone. Is anybody worried about getting on the phone? Has everybody been on the phone yet? Yes. Yes. Okay, David, I know David has, and Adam and Shane. Everybody else, I mean, you guys are.
I haven't really. I mean, I'll pick up the phone. You know, I think the problem is it's like you have so many different industries you can target, and sometimes I'm overwhelmed with where I should even start. Like, am I starting with roofers, contractors, salons? It's like, okay, trying to really come back to the ranch.
Well, what you need to do is,
issue.
well, all you need to do is just, really it's very, very simple, and you already know this, is just pick one and go for it. That's it. There's no more to it. You know what I mean? You pick one, you start dialing. That's it. It is a numbers. When I started doing this when I was 18, 19 years old, one of my first only jobs was working in a call center. It was brutal. And guess what? I rose to the top. I was one of the best in that group. And it works. Cold calling is old school. A lot of people don't like it, but it does work. And even for me now, it works. Just get on the phone, introduce yourself. This is what you do. You revamp websites. You don't have to get into, I know what PPC and CTT and ABC and EFGs, and they don't know any of that stuff. You just want to get them something simple, find some kind of flaw, find something that's wrong with their Google ads, with their, the Google business listing or the website or their Facebook or anything like that you guys can help offer. That will help get you in that door. And that's what you got to be thinking about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know. I just put up my own obstacles. Believe you me.
Well, we're going to figure out how to get you guys past those things. All right. So, every day you guys really should have some kind of set goal down as far as how many phone calls you're going to do. Like, David, what do you set yours at?
What did I set mine at?
Like when you sit down, because I know you're familiar with the cold call. David's been around. I see him in a lot of groups, and he interacts, he joins. He's really hungry, and I admire that, and that's great. So, you need anything, David? I'm here. I love that, and the rest of you guys too. But what is your experience? I think you might have done a little bit more than some of the other people here.
All right. So what I've been doing lately, I have to separate my time between fulfillment and prospecting and actual sales calls. You have to set an appointment. You have to schedule it out. And the truth be told, I suck at it. I'm doing my best. And now that I'm getting into a system, write it down. I can't tell you. Create a Trello board. Create a spreadsheet in Google spreadsheet. Write it down. You should see, I have yellow pads all over the house that, the wife gets sick of it, I'm always writing, exactly, always write it down. I literally buy these things. I'm probably putting people through community college, how many legal pads I buy. But, the truth be told, with how much you're doing, it's, as they said, it's a numbers game, and it just takes hours, and at first you're going to suck at it, and you're going to fail, and it's going to take time. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to make, when he says do 100 calls a day, he had been doing that for a while, sometimes even just doing 5 calls a day, right? Because I get into conversations, I talk to, potential clients for like 20 to 30 minutes, and they still don't buy. That's my time. Right? That's on me. That's my time. And you gotta respect that. And you also have to make sure that they respect that. After a while, I started getting sick of it, and I was just like, hey, if I got other things to do, I need to get off the phone. Like, are you interested or not? And as soon as you start asking people, and just be bold about it. Sometimes you just have to ask for the sale. Just be like, hey, are you interested or not? And oh, well, I want to see some more. No. Like, I've already given you over a half hour of my time. I've already given you an hour and a half of my time. Are you interested? If you are, then we can set up another date for, but I need some sort of down payment. This is your business. Don't bullshit around with it. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to go off on a tangent here, but that's just the truth. And I want to make sure, because it was very difficult for me, because I went from corporate, working as a director of marketing and public relations, and I set my own schedule, and I had a team, and I had guys that I worked with. But now that I'm my own business owner, it's a whole different animal. I went into this thinking, oh, I have the experience. I can do this super easy. Well, it's not as easy as you think. It does take time. And those of you who have been doing this for a little while now, you know what it takes. And it's just it's, as they said, continue plugging away. You'll get there, And all you need is just a couple of clients, and then things start to roll over. I was very fortunate enough to have the experience that I did when I first did this. But right now, I'm at a point where I don't have much right now. I don't have many clients, and now I'm trying to transition and change from doing primarily Facebook into getting the smaller ticket items, because so many people have been burned. You don't know how many phone calls I've made, and people are just like, "What makes you different?" Right? And I tell them, they're like, "Oh, I've already heard that a million times." You can't differentiate yourself 1,000 ways. It's just impossible, And when they've already been burned by 3 or 4 different people, you have to overcome those objections. So start small, get in there, show them results, and then build up off of that.
Yeah, no, that's good. And here's another point to add on to that. These clients, again, one of the key things that you guys are going to learn, you're going to have to learn, you're not going to have a choice, is knowing your lane. You have to stay in your lane. So that's why we went through these things the other day when I told you guys to write down your strengths and your weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with that. So you got to know your lane. You got to know your why. You got to know your clients. And that's the most critical thing that you guys need to really get in your head right now. I think that's the biggest part, this client acquisition. How do I get clients? I could build a website, I could build a bot, I could build a funnel, I'm good at all that. But now what do I do with it? I mean, somebody could give you a car dealership, and if you don't know how to sell cars, it's not going to matter. So it's the same thing with this. So sales are going to be a huge, huge part of that. So you guys just, think about that and stay focused on that. These clients, understanding who they are. So in other words, like he said, there's a million people out there, and I'm exaggerating, but there's a million people that could do freaking websites. They could do bots, they could do funnels, and probably better than me, you, and Aaron, and everybody else. It doesn't matter. What the point is the way this model works and why mine's been able to grow pretty fast is the relationships. Okay, the reason it works is the relationships, and I can't stress that enough. They're buying you. They're buying David. They're buying Shane, and all you guys. They're buying you. So when you're going into these meetings or when you're on the phone, you have to convey this. This has to come through in your voice. You have to find your voice. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. So go through the phone, pick a niche. And you know what? Maybe even if you have the time. I know time is a precious, precious commodity. So this is going to work for some of you. It's not going to work for the others. So kind of take this at your own discretion. But go in there and try to call some people. Maybe at not like a crazy niche that you think would be a great, great niche, but one that you kind of don't mind burning up. You understand? I just want you guys to get practice on the phone and talking to people. Now, say you just hate the phone. So what would be my next thing? If somebody says, well, I can't do the phone. I'm too shy. I'm too this. I'm too introverted, whatever. One, I would say you really kind of should get comfortable with that, with talking to people on the phone. That's going to be a big way you're going to communicate as the ongoing services go anyways. You're going to be talking to these clients a lot too. But the next biggest thing, and we talked about this, I don't know if everybody heard this last time, but are these groups, these local groups in your area. Maybe you're better in person. So go to these groups. Go to these BNI groups, the Chamber of Commerce, the meetups.coms. Go there. Have your business cards ready. Yes? Oh, I thought somebody was saying something. So go to these meetings. Go to these BNIs. Get out and meet people. This thing works in a face-to-face way. So that's what makes all this work, as a face-to-face relationship. The Facebook thing, I guess you could do some messengers, and, I see people do that and whatnot. Some people, it's more on the social media marketing side. I don't know if you guys have seen this. They offer like a free trial for like a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, and then run their ads. I wouldn't really suggest going that way unless you're really, really good with Facebook. What I would do, if you guys need some help, maybe pushing somebody over the edge, you got to find their pain points or trigger points. And then maybe even in the very beginning right now, with all the price points and stuff, when you find these clients and you go online and you're looking up a paver and say, not like those, but say one that looks like it was built in 1985. Okay, that's something you can get on there with him fairly quickly. And if you look at those pages, it's like 2 or 3, 4 pages. It's not going to take you a couple hours to do it. So charge them $200, $300, $400, $500, whatever you guys think is comfortable, and then get that deal. This is just going to put one under your belt, and that's the main focus right now. You know, there are leads everywhere. They're all around you. They're all in your city. You see a little strip plaza somewhere, and you kind of riding around, keep some business cards with you. Maybe go sit in the parking lot of other strip plazas. I mean, some of ours got 10, 20, 30 people in these strip plazas that are small business owners. Look up their Facebook while you're sitting out there. Look up their website real quick on your phone. See if it's a candidate. Walk in there and talk to them. I mean, that does work too. So I'm not saying that's the easiest thing. Depends on where you're at. You got weather, you got heat, you got rain, so you got a lot of that stuff. So your phone really is your best friend. So, you know, I kind of want to leave you guys with that. I got a bunch of other stuff, but there's no way we can get all that done in one night.
Hey George.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about, like, so for example, I have friends who are out in like college towns, so they might feel like, for me, it might be either southern or northern Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed in a lot of these areas, it's like these very, like, they're big populations, like 200,000, but it's kind of more rural. Mm-hmm. And I'm like going through and just looking at their businesses, and I mean, they're all hurting. I'm just wondering if that's opportunity there that I should look at in a smaller town, or if it's like, you know, these are the type of people that probably won't justify spending $500 on a website.
No, not necessarily. There's opportunity everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. As far as going to just get a website to build or a bot or something like that, one of these digital assets that's kind of what I call a one-off. You know, once you do it, it's kind of there. You're going to have some that will want you to host it and you know, do it, and you're going to charge $20, $30 a month or whatever, and that's fine. So there are going to be limitations there because it all comes back to an ROI at the end of the day. They might be able to get the website done, but then they're not going to be like the little car lot in that little town is not going to be like my Corvette guy that's paying $3,000 a month. Yeah. Doesn't have that. They're not selling 70, 80. So you kind of got to look at those and weigh those factors out when you're approaching these people, when you're data mining, when you're looking for prospects, whether it's on Groupon. Groupon's another good one. I don't know if you guys have explored any of that. Groupon's another good one. Huh?
Yeah. I said I have because you've mentioned it to me, like on the first talk.
Yeah. Do you guys know about Groupon? Has anybody ever done it? Okay. So you guys kind of know. Okay. How that kind of works. Yellow Pages, Google, just like going through the maps on Yellow Pages, Facebook. You can do the Messenger, Chamber of Commerce, meetup groups, walking the streets, friends and family. I mean, you know, if you have any friend acquaintances or business owners or anything like that, I mean, that should be your first thing anyways, your inner circle. So most of you guys have probably already thought about that kind of stuff.
Hey, George, what was your pitch to people on Groupon? What's the deal there?
Well, on Groupon, the way Groupon works, at least here in the States, is when a business owner goes to Groupon and they want to put something on there, it's very simple. I'll try to keep the math easy. Say somebody has a product for $40, and that's what it retails for. Well, when you go to Groupon, they're going to want a discounted rate. So then they're going to say, well, you have to give it to, on Groupon, we're going to, because they do all the marketing and everything, obviously, right? That's a whole gimmick they got. So then they say, well, you need to list it for $20. Okay, so remember these numbers. Started out at 40, dropped it down to $20. Now, on top of that, Groupon is going to get, I think it's like 40% or something like that.
Yeah.
Half, 50% now?
Yeah, 50%.
Okay, so it's half. I mean, so now you went from that $20 to $10. And, I mean, that sucks. So you went from a $40 deal to a $10 deal. And that means what? What does that mean when you're seeing somebody on there that's doing that? That means they're desperate.
Yeah.
That's desperation. The only people that use Groupon as a business, they're desperate. They need people in the door. They need clients. They need cars to wash. They do whatever it is they do. They need clients. They're desperate. Okay. 9 times out of 10, they probably need some help in all these areas, whether it's social media, their website, a bot, a funnel, email marketing, automation. So that's why that's so good. I don't see a lot of people talking about that. So I think that's kind of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, George, I think you're right about that. The one thing about Groupon is they get into Groupon and they're paying a lot of money. They're losing their ass. and then they don't get results, and they let it run so long. And then what happens is they go, and they're desperate, and then they get done with the whole setup that they sell them, just like Yellow Pages, the Yellow Pages videos, the Super Pages, and then they go, well, you know, they go to mailers, they go to, you know, and nobody shows them how to do an ROI, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Groupon doesn't do that for them. They might as well just throw their money out the window as they're driving down the street. Because they don't give them anything.
Right.
And then there's no customer loyalty.
And the other, sorry, but one more thing is, and they're paying for it, okay? So when you see people on Groupon, they know how to pay money, first of all. And you go, hey, I saw you on Groupon, you know, there's a way to make your ROI better than Groupon. How's that going? A good example, a dentist, $345 value, exam, x-rays, $39.95. Well, they're looking for the long-term customer. They got them in there. They got the x-rays. They got them in the chair. You need 8 crowns and 5 cavities. You know, you got insurance. Cool. So they're looking long-term, you know, like in the dentist, the chiropractor, everybody else. But the spas and everybody else, they're losing their butt.
Mm-hmm.
And they're competing with the ad that's right next to them.
So. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so very, very true. So that's kind of how that goes, Clint. You know, it's low-hanging fruit. It's not hard to kind of justify if you get your little pitch down and you're explaining all this to them. You know, so it's that does work very well. I go on there and I typically look for somebody that has, it will tell you how many they've sold. It'll have, say, 1,000 or 500 or whatever. I'll look for somebody that's got a minimum of 500 to 1,000. Generally, there's enough fruit on there that I can go for the ones that do 1,000, because then I crunch the numbers. I write the numbers down in front of me. So then I call them immediately, you know, whoever I'm prospecting. And if I go look at their Facebook, it's bad. I go look at their website, it's bad. Okay, fine. They've sold 1,000 on here. They're very desperate, so they need all of this stuff. And then I'll crunch those numbers. If there's 1,000 and, you know, it's $20, then I'm like, okay, it was $20,000. You lost this number. And they're like, wait a minute. What if I can try to help you get some of this number back? You know, if we do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, if we put together a plan, you know, you just want to get in there and talk to them. And that's part of the closing stuff. And I don't want to get, you know, too far deep in all that. The main thing right now is we need to get you guys, you know, on the Groupons or whatever path that you guys want to take, whether it's, you know, cold calling or going on Groupon or going to the B&I groups or the Chamber of Commerce or whatever. You guys really need to think about that tonight. You guys want to hit some of these numbers that you guys talked about tonight, we really got to start that. So, I mean, the first thing I want you guys to get out there, try to get, you know, $500 website, you know, $300 website, $200 website, a bot, anything like that. You guys need any help with something, let me know. I'm trying to be here as much as possible, you know, giving you guys kind of one-on-one of my time. I still have my agency to run too, so I'm doing the same things. I'm not doing anything any different. I mean, I've got notes here a mile long that we can, you know, go over more and more stuff, but we need to get past this first hurdle. You know what I mean? Nobody's to the point where they're worried about, you know, what, like I got right here. Okay, like after everything. Okay, so we're starting up, and then, you know, now what's my standard operating procedures? And I mean, I've got stuff way down this list, creating a system and, you know, for the clients and going and all that. We're not there yet. So my first thing is to try to help you guys first. These are all the places and all the ways that we go look for these clients. Pavers, you know, forget the dentist and the chiropractors and stuff like that. That market is overcooked, done. Forget it. It's a waste of time. I see everybody laughing. You guys all know. So I'm preaching to the choir. That's why I love you guys. Y'all are a great group. I want to take you guys. I want to see you guys get to that $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month mark. And you can do that. I mean, it's not, you know, I've been doing the website thing as, you know, long as Aaron, but I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. And I've told you guys time and time again, I'm not being cocky or conceited, but I can go anywhere and sell anything. I'm not worried about it. You know, I'll make a few $1,000s this week. You know, I don't have to think about it anymore. It's not a disbelief. It's not something that, I have to pump myself up for. It's just a natural part of my day. And I want you guys to have that feeling. I want you to get that first website and then keep going and like, oh, wow, just like Aaron said, I did that one. Let me go get another one. We'll focus on getting that done first, obviously. But then you're going to want to go out there, and it gets addicting. And then once it gets past, I don't think you get past the addiction, but you get past the normality of it. That it's just a part of my everyday life. You know what I mean? I don't have to turn on a switch. It just, you wake up and you do this every day. And I'm sure that's obviously where each and every one of you guys want to be. Where you wake up in the morning, you set your own schedules, you have everything planned out, and you go out and you do your day, whether it's prospecting or going and seeing the customers. You know what I was doing this morning? About 9 o'clock this morning, I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. I got half a dozen bagels. I got some coffee, and I went and sat at the Corvette shop with these old-timey men. They love me to death. I've got 2 computer screens up there. They've actually given me a whole desk in an office. Nobody else uses it. They gave it to me. I don't need it. Why do I do it? It's customer service. It's relationships. I don't need to be there. I wish you guys could see my setup here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 monitors set up in my office. Okay, there's 3 computers underneath my desk here. Okay, there's a green screen behind me. I mean, the room's about 15 by 15. Nobody comes in here. Total privacy. I got another desk over there, file cabinets. I mean, everything's set up in here. But it's all about those relationships. And they love me to death. I went in and got to show them. I was working on Instatanto. I'm working on building a funnel. Now, I'm doing my funnel in the Instatanto builder. Don't do it in the funnels builder. Not right now. Not until we figure out what, so we can get somebody else to do all that. He explained that earlier. I don't want to get into that. So I went there and did all that. And I set a bunch of other stuff up. I linked their Facebook ads account up to my ads manager. For those of you guys that understand Facebook ads, you got to go in there. You got to be an admin. So these people, sometimes they don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? So it's easier. That made it easier because I went there and sat there. I had to log into my account, log out, log back into theirs. So they gave me their passwords, and I went in there and set myself as an admin. And then blah, 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 blah. But they get to see all this. So they're comfortable. So they're more and more comfortable. And, plus I bring coffee and bagels in, and they just, oh, George is here. Oh, yeah. So it's definitely cool. It's going to open up a lot of doors for you guys. So, okay. So I think let's end that there. That's our first test. That's our first goal. And does anybody have any questions right now? Something to get started doing that, because I'd really like to get one of you guys in here. I mean, all of you, but get somebody to get going, get rolling. I'll help you. If you need help on the proposal, if you ask Shane. I went through, I don't know how much time with Shane, and you guys know that, right now I still have 2 businesses to run. And one of them makes a substantial amount of money, but I have a system in place for that. That's what I'm getting rid of right now. I actually sold it. So yay, that all went through this week.
Good stuff.
Yay. So it's kind of one of those things. It was a bittersweet thing. I've had the company for about 5 years. I built this big company up, and this year, probably last year, and about right before the holidays, I started getting to where it wasn't fun anymore. I didn't like it. I was just being overwhelmed, inundated. And yeah, I made a ton of money. It's not always about the money. And Aaron's right. Him and I have both been there. Mine didn't necessarily do the same thing his did. I had a chance with my exit strategy to get out and, exit it the way that was comfortable and that I liked. But yeah, money's not everything. So I got some money to put away, but I'm not going to be making the same money off the bat as what I'm doing. You guys already know I'm past the 10K mark, so I'm fine with that. That's more than enough for my lifestyle because I don't have a lot of debt and stuff like that. That's been done a long time ago. And you guys will get to that. And I want to see everybody get to that point where you're not worried about any of that stuff. You know what I mean? You should be able to go to the bank and pull out $1,000, $2,000 and go do whatever and not have to think about it. I mean, that would be my payment for helping you guys. That's all I want. I generally want to see you guys succeed. That's it. I haven't asked a dime from anybody in here, have I? I mean, and I'm not going to. You know, so that's my mission. So I want you guys to really, really think about everything. You know, Aaron and I, we got a bunch of stuff. We're working hand in hand. I like Aaron. He likes me. We've already hung out. I mean, we partied in Miami, you know, all night long. And I mean, we had a great time for that week. So we've had a chance to be around each other. We jive. He's got this high energy. I like, you know, the pushing and the motivation, accountability, trying to give you guys my essence of selling and, you know, kind of you guys being the Wolf of Wall Street, you know, where you have my attitude that you can go anywhere and sell anything and survive. I mean, period. I mean, I love that stuff. I love the Boiler Room, Glengarry Glen Ross, Wall Street, the Wolf of Wall Street, both the Wall Streets. I mean, those are movies.
Put that coffee down.
Yeah, right. Coffee's for closing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm surprised he knows that. That's an old movie. But yeah, Glengarry.
You know why I know that?
Huh?
You want to know why I know that?
Why?
That roofing guy, the guys that I met with the roofing company, they busted out some coffee and they were like, that's how I found out about it. They said it to me. I was like, what? And go home and watch Glengarry Glen Ross with it. Okay.
Yeah, that has a bunch of good actors. Al Pacino, he's one of the top lead. Got a bunch of good people in there. So yeah, it's a neat movie. It's an older movie. If you get into it, it's pretty cool. Pretty hardcore. So language. They do got some language in there. So you guys got kids around, you know, it's probably something you want to watch. So you guys got any questions or anything that I could do right now before we end this? You guys been great. You put in 2 hours. That shows me you're dedicated. So I know my time's not wasted here. And I love that. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing.
George, can
I value.
I'm sorry.
Very good.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm gonna send, if it's okay, I want to send you a screenshot tomorrow of a website, of my website that I'm trying to close out, and I'm like don't know what to do. So if it's okay, I'll send you a screenshot tomorrow.
Yeah. Just PM me or whatever, Katina. And
okay.
Quita, did you have something?
Oh no, whenever you was talking about the value, I was like, you definitely gave a lot of value tonight.
Oh, thank you. That's good. No, as long as everybody's learning something, I mean, that's what this is all about. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be, you know, I'm not trying to regurgitate anything anybody else out there is saying. I could care less what the heck they're doing. I mean, I really don't. All these other Dan Henrys and, you know, Akbars and, you know, look, all those guys are great. And they do what they do very, very well. I admire them. I respect them. That's great. They're not me. I'm not trying to be those guys, okay? And honestly, I'm not trying to make $1 million a month, just so you guys know. But that doesn't mean that you can't go out and do that. But again, you got to be clear and define what's going to make you happy and where your goals are. You know what I mean? So anybody else got any questions? I mean, do you guys ready to try to do some prospecting and get going? Go ahead, Shane.
All right, so remember when I was in Poland, I told you about this accountant, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's an accountant company.
Yeah.
So last night I finally remembered their name because it was like something kind of honestly doesn't help them very well in search engines. So I found them, and I was just like looking at all their stuff, and they're definitely hurting. I mean, they need SEO. They definitely could use a nicer website. They definitely need more reviews. They have double listing for their Google listing. Social media, they have none. So I just want to go in there and like you were saying, like talk to them about bartering out like accounting for everything else. But I was thinking maybe I could like try and barter with them, but also like get them to be one of my first websites too, because like I immediately know I'll have good rapport because they're Polish, and every time I talk to a Polish business owner, they're always just like their face lights up like a Christmas tree. So I wanna close them. So I guess I just want to say like maybe we could talk about it tomorrow or whenever you're free.
No, we could do that. Okay, let me ask you something real quick because I don't want to go too far. We keep saying that. What does a website look like? Is it any good? Is it outdated? Is it good? Is it bad? What is it?
Not bad. It's not outdated or anything. It's just missing like a secure socket layer. It could just. I'm just saying like if I came in at a reasonable price and made it more professional than it is, and also optimized it for SEO properly, because I feel like they're really not ranking for like important terms at all. Like they're an accountant firm, but I can't even find them when I type in accountant in my area. Like they don't show up anywhere.
Okay,
So it's
well
like, I don't know if maybe.
Okay, Katina. Yeah.
Katina leaving.
No, she has to go. She has to go. I know it's getting pretty late for everybody. Yeah, if you want to, Shane, we can pick this up tomorrow. I know everybody's here. David, thanks for sticking around. I mean, it's all good. I mean, everybody knows what's what. So let's do that. We'll reconvene tomorrow. Aaron and I will put together, a little bit more of a plan to get more of a direction where him and I are going to go. We'll get real deep. I want to keep pushing you guys, making you accountable, and then, getting you guys first deal. So, David, if you got some, you need something, just reach out to me. Tomorrow I'm going to try to make myself available. I should be – tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll probably be available, I want to say after about 2 o'clock or so. I've got a couple clients, in the morning area that I need to go talk to. And I got to drop some stuff off at my Corvette, the toy store or whatever with those guys. So I should be back around the office at about 2-ish. So if anybody needs anything, go ahead and feel free to PM me, and then I'll get back to the office. And then if you guys want to set something up like Shane and I do, we can do it one-on-one. If you want some help, David, or whatever, any of you guys, just let me know. I get on there. I'll throw my 2 cents at it, and I'll tell you, look, this is what I do. Maybe do this, do that, or whatever, and then kind of go from there. So, okay.
Okay.
Sounds
right, good.
So, yeah, Shane, just hit me up. You know how, you're my buddy, so. Yeah, just PM me or whatever, and then we'll get together like tomorrow or something. And then same thing, David, Quita, Clint, everybody. So if anybody needs anything, hit me up tomorrow. I'll be available after 2. And if I can spend some time with you guys, then just let me know.
Awesome.
Yeah. So everybody good?
Yeah, thank you so much.
You have a good night.
Night.
Good night. And
night.
Yep. Y'all enjoy the rest of the evenings, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. So we'll do another something tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. I'll post up in the group and our private messenger so you guys will know. You know what I mean? Hey, let's do this tonight, and we'll kind of go there. In the meantime, if you guys have anything in your head, if you have anything written down, and if your problems and obstacles and blocks to getting you to get this first website, that's the first thing I'm going to stay on that. That's going to be the subject until we get you guys there. I want everybody in here to get their first site. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's $200, $300, $400, $500. I've even thought about it. I put my head around it. I'll talk to the wife. I might even put a bounty on it. Okay, I don't know. Money motivates people. I mean, you should be motivated anyways. Okay, but maybe I'll put a bounty on it or something. Okay, first one that gets this, I don't know. I'll buy you and the wife dinner at some fancy restaurant. Take you out to state, but kind of remotely and vicariously. You just got to put a picture in the group. Okay, so that's something to motivate you guys. Give me some ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So I mean, like I said, this coming out of my pocket. I don't want anything from you guys. I want y'all to get some deals. So I really, really do want to change you guys' lives and say, yeah, I did that. That was cool. That was awesome. You know what I mean? That XYZ, this person went out and they got to quit their job, or this person didn't have a job and they had to do something to take care of their family and their kids. And I actually helped them do that. To me, that brings a lot of joy. It's cool. That's why I'm sitting here with you guys for 2 hours on Tuesday night. So, I could be doing all kinds of stuff. No,
I'm ready for that. All right.
Hey, you guys are blessed. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you. Catch you later.
Thanks, guys.